Welcome back to the Lost to Know podcast. My name is Scott.
And I'm Jeremiah.
And I think after this past little break we took, we're pretty cooled down now, wouldn't you say?
I think we are.
We're good to get back onto the funny train. We just didn't think we could be funny with the way the world was.
Yeah, and you guys you do your own math.
Yeah, I'm glad that problem's over.
You know what? We're done. There's a new reality, and we're just fine with it. So yeah, the whole point of this show is everybody can have a lot of fun and unwind and unhitch themselves from reality a little bit and listen to the crazy news that fell through the cracks. And you know what, Scott? The thing that our long-time listeners know this, but we have an annual monkey business episode where we talk all monkeys all the time. And by annual, I mean we're starting that right now, and we're probably only going to do it for 1 year.
Well, we did the creamy monkey episode.
We did actually. Oh my God, we did.
I want to say that was last spring.
I'm not saying we haven't done a lot of monkey episodes. We've talked about macaques, not just my cock. Yeah, that'd be a good Seinfeld. Anyway, but yeah, no, we've talked about monkeys plenty of times. But we had so many monkey stories today, this week, that we're gonna make this not an annual thing, but I'm just pretending it's an annual thing.
It's a monkey episode because otherwise it's politics, and I don't want to talk politics. I'd rather talk monkeys.
Yeah, you want to talk monkey business? How about them politics? Ugh. Anyway, that's the only thing we're gonna say about politics. And
most likely,
it was a good joke.
The best jokes are the ones that you tell people are the best jokes.
It was a good joke.
It's always best when you have that disclaimer.
Yeah, I looked like last word.
That was funny.
All right, pull the fucking trigger for the electric chair. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we've got some crazy stories today. We've got some crazy stories. Scott, I noticed there's no Lost in Thought today. Have you not been lit?
There is kind of. Okay. I watched a movie 2 days ago called Lazarus. From 2024 on Hulu. It's a horror movie. It's a dystopian future movie. I liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars, and I wrote a tiny review. And I said, really like this. The twist was fun. That's all I wrote. I got a comment back on my first ever review. I never get comments on my reviews on Letterboxd.
So I mean,
I'm on Letterboxd.
You leave reviews often, but you. This is the
never
first,
get no one comments on my reviews.
I've never gotten a review.
So I got my first comment.
A comment on any of my reviews ever. I've been using it for like 4 years now.
Got my first comment ever.
Okay.
It says, "Thanks so much for the review. So glad you enjoyed the film, Alex Tibaldi." He's the fucking director of the movie.
So we're going to get Alex Tibaldi on the show.
I'm going to now right back to him.
Okay, so homework for me, watch that movie.
Yes. Watch Lazarus.
Okay. Lazarus?
Lazarus. Lazareth. 2024 on Hulu. Ashley Judd is the star.
Oh, dude, I fucking love. That's great. All right, sweet. She was in the Bug movie with called Bug. Yeah.
Oh, the Pixar movie, Bug's Life, or whatever that was.
yeah. You know that psychological horror, body horror movie, Bug.
I actually really enjoyed this movie. It's pretty fun overall. And when all was said and done, the director was the first person ever to write back on a comment I ever wrote on any film ever. And I was like, it floored me. That's
awesome, dude. Let's talk. I'm gonna watch that movie. Let's get them on the show, man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna push to get the director of Lazarus.
Listen, we usually we talk to Larry Cohen and Lloyd Kaufman and those kind of people in the cast of Ash vs. Evil Dead. So hey, come on.
So it's not much of a lost in thought, honestly. It's just more of happened.
An announcement that
happened.
That's pretty cool, man. I like that. I thought it was gonna be just like a flame to. I mean, I've noticed on Letterboxd there's not a lot. It's not like Reddit. It tends to be like filtered down. Like by the time people get to Letterboxd to leave reviews or to comment on them, they're not nearly as flaming reviews as like on these other platforms. So, but I was expecting you to be just like, yeah, fuck you, you fucking cuck, or something like that. Yeah.
Or the director writes that.
Yeah. It calls you the N-word. Glad you like the movie.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Shouldn't have said that. You're still typing, buddy. Still typing. Oh, God. How are we interacting in real time on this one? Oh, man. Letterboxd is great. Letterboxd.com.
Yeah, but that was my only comment ever, and I thought it was really cool that my first comment was that.
No, all the things it could have been. It was positive, and it was from somebody who had like a head of the movie. It also tells me that he probably hasn't heard a bunch of, not saying great, I'm just imagine a lot of people don't leave reviews for movies on Letterboxd. I mean, big movies. But like, I know sometimes I'll review a movie that, has been around for a while, but it's like relatively obscure. And there'll be like 46 reviews on it. I'm like, okay, I guess it's just not particularly a review-heavy site. So my guess is they probably don't answer every review. They didn't necessarily get a lot of reviews for that movie. I'm gonna check it out. I'm excited to check it out. So my homework is watch that movie, and our homework / your homework now is chatting back to them and saying, hey, we run a podcast and we talk to great fucking horror directors, and we're gonna talk to you now.
There we go. All right. Yeah, that's really all I have that isn't part of the show proper.
Yeah, well, that sounds like that was some crazy monkey business. So now we're going to go ahead and get into monkey droppings.
Those are monkey sounds, right?
I think mine was a little more chicken monkey.
The old, chicken monkey pox.
They both, yeah, exactly. The combination of the poxes, which we're all going to have.
I'm at the chicken pox. Yeah. I'm at the monkey pox. I'm at the combination monkey chicken pox.
Oh my God! Anybody who do not know Das Racist? Was
Das Racist.
Yeah, Das Racist. That's a
15-year-old song now, if not older.
Yeah, guy, it's got to be getting in there.
I remember when I was cool for knowing Das Racist, and other people were like, "Oh my God, you know that group?"
Yeah.
Now it's like 20 years later. It's like, who's that group?
Yeah, yeah.
They're still saying that old-timey group.
Yeah, they're still saying, oh, you don't know that. Like, we don't know that group, but it's for a totally different reason because
there's Gen Zs who are like, oh, that song came out on my birthday. Yeah. Literally, the day I was born.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. How old were you? No, I was 0. My mommy was playing it on her fucking Bluetooth speaker.
It's funny.
Coming out her pussy.
How did this get made? Did a live show for, I told you, Cue the Winged Serpent?
Yes. Right.
And when they did their little crowd talk, a 14-year-old girl got up and was like, hi, I just want to let you guys know that I was 2 months old when you did your first episode. and Jason Mantzoukas goes, get the fuck out of here. Literally, fuck you. He lost
By the way,
shit.
we love having you Gen Zers as part of the crowd, but at the same time, don't fucking say that.
Yeah, he
I love the fact that we're cool enough to have you here, but get the fuck out.
He was like, fuck you.
Oh my God, it's true, dude. Oh, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, we're old. But yeah, so we got some monkey business coming in around these. But what I was gonna say, and we're not gonna get political here, but there might really be a combination chicken pox and monkey pox with RFK Jr. taking over HHS. Is that what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen?
I thought you said Trump was going to nominate a monkey to like Secretary of Health.
Oh, I wish.
Like,
You kidding? They would just not do anything. They throw their shit against the wall. It would be better than whatever RFK Jr. is doing. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about.
I'm going to take red dye out of the water. He's basically the he's the guy from South Park who has the voice box.
Well, really, not what it is. I've actually got it down a little bit, pretty good. It's coming.
You gotta go drier. It's gotta hurt your throat to do it.
No, it's because it's a wavering.
It's gotta hurt you.
It's a crispy wavering.
I am gonna take out the red dye from all of our foods.
Which, by the way, fine if you do that, but also no vaccines.
I was listening to his things, and I was like, oh yeah, you basically want to do European rules for our food. That's kind of awesome.
That's fine. If you were gonna stop there, good for you. And honestly, hey, why don't you take over the old climate change thing too? Because you actually believe that climate change exists, and you want to. You're good for the environment.
But then he says water turns our kids gay.
Yeah, but and water turns
basically Alex Jones, right? Isn't it
water turns? Yeah, water turns
the frogs gay.
Turn the frogs gay with chemicals.
First the frogs, then the kids. It's a size mass thing.
Yeah, the old frog.
First the frogs went gay, then the cats, then the dogs, then the sheep, then the cows.
Yeah, it's the frog to kid pipeline all over again.
It's a mass thing.
And the but also, I mean, just if everybody here just looks up RFK Samoa, you'll see that he's responsible literally for 83 kids dying at one point because of his fucking anti-vax stance. So
I cut their heads off with a saw, and I strapped them to the roof of my car.
But you got to get the wavering in there, up and down.
I feel like I have the more guttural part, and you have the more wavering part. If we combined ours, we'd have
Yeah. Anyway, we're not a political podcast.
First monkey story, and these are in no particular order. We're not going from best monkey story to worst or worst to best. This isn't a countdown.
I love the fact that we thought like maybe you and I put enough thought to be like, nope. How do we rank these?
Nope.
We're just going on monkeystoryrankings.com, and we're just going to be like pump them into the old algorithm and let AI do the work.
Hey, America, guess what? Monkeys will never type Shakespeare.
I beg to differ. Believe me, I saw a Simpsons episode. It was the best of times. It was the bluest of times. One of the best jokes of the Simpsons ever.
That was a Conan season, wasn't it?
That was early, yeah. I mean, it was definitely when he was exec produced, yeah.
Yeah, but those of you who had the betting pools going on in Las Vegas, whether a monkey would ever type Shakespeare, well, you lost.
By the way, I believe the whole thing about it is like given infinity amount of time in Infinity Monkeys at Infinity typewriters. Eventually, it would happen.
And in case anyone doesn't have any foggy idea what we're talking about, there's an old adage that if you put like a bunch of monkeys in front of a bunch of typewriters and you give them infinite time, eventually they will type Shakespeare.
Because it's just like a random string of characters over time will have to.
It is the infinite monkey theorem.
Yeah, but
which was the worst Avengers film.
Yeah,
Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Monkey Infinite Theorem.
Although I did like when Thanos snapped his finger and tested lipstick on 50% of them. It was great.
50% of the monkeys.
Yeah, exactly.
They were hot.
Yeah, and then they didn't die. They were just really sexy monkeys.
Really sexy monkeys.
I mean, they were raped to death by all us humans, who then got monkey AIDS and died. And that's how those were the cutscenes.
Snap didn't do a whole lot except give monkeys lipstick and then kill all the women, leaving 50% of the population being just men with all these sexy monkeys.
Yeah, and who then fucked the monkeys and got AIDS, and then half the population died from monkeys' AIDS.
Yeah, that was the third Infinity War film that we never saw.
Yeah, the old deleted scenes.
Yeah. Avengers, what was it again? Monkey Infinite Monkey Theorem.
Infinite Monkey Theorem.
That could be the title. Avengers.
That could be.
Infinite Monkey Theorem.
I'll make that adjustment right now while you do your little thing here.
All right. But two mathematicians in Australia have proven this wrong. A new peer-reviewed study led by Sydney-based researchers Stephen Woodcock and Jay Folletta has found that the time it would take for typing monkeys to replicate Shakespeare's plays and sonnets and poems would be longer than the lifespan of our actual universe.
Oh, so they're saying because what they're putting
infinite isn't a limit because there's an end to infinite. They're
putting a limit on our reality, which is the only way that monkeys would even exist is if within this specific universe, which would probably not.
Because we live in a reality that is finite. There is an end to our reality. Then there is no such thing as infinite either.
And even if you were like, okay, but we can do like now another universe, like, but these monkeys won't exist in that universe.
Nope. They would have to be plucked and carried over.
I guess
to the next
maybe
one.
An infinite number of universes. You maybe then have a chance to get those infinite number of monkeys at an infinite number of times. But like, so yeah, I get it. I mean, by the way, I don't think anybody was really expecting to just walk into a room one day where they, or were they? I don't know. The way you pointed at me was just like,
maybe.
Or did they?
Maybe.
It sounded like maybe you thought that, Scott.
Maybe I've done this.
Maybe I've got a lot of tortured monkeys at home. We actually didn't bring a tortured monkey story to the table because it was too
There's a reason
dark.
to keep part of my basement unfinished. The poop. You don't want to. You can't clean poop out of a carpet as easy as concrete.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah.
So they actually use the current global population of chimpanzees, which sadly they think is only 200,000. That feels like very small number. Are
chimpanzees monkeys or apes though? Aren't they? Or are they chimpanzees?
They use chimpanzees. I don't.
Well, that's
chimpanzees don't have tails, so they're apes.
Yeah, they're apes.
Close enough. I think when we use the word monkey, I think a lot of people mean like.
I think so. I think apes and gorillas.
When I think like a monkey, and I think of a typing monkey, I think of like the smoking monkey NFTs, those kind of things.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are all chimpanzees.
Those are chimpanzees, of course.
So I think
the one's intelligent enough to
it's a misnomer.
Yeah, and I would think maybe, I don't know, an infinite number of chimpanzees. I think they could because I think they're smart enough to be.
That's a point.
We'll get to a Planet of the Apes thing, and then suddenly they're writing better than Shakespeare. That's the point.
It's a misnomer. Monkeys can't do this. We're talking chimpanzees.
Chimpanzees can.
No.
I think chimpanzees.
They ran the mathematical studies using the current global population.
I think we could teach chimpanzees to write Shakespeare. I'm not saying you can put them in probability wise. I'm saying you could definitely get chimpanzees to write Shakespeare by teaching them Shakespeare, or you could get a gorilla to sign Shakespeare to you.
Do you want to hear some fun stats?
I would love to hear some fun stats. We're not talking about macaques anymore.
Using the math of 200,000 chimpanzees that exist on Earth right now, if they were all taught this, right, says they would never be able to do this until the end of the universe. And there would be only a 5% chance that a single chimp would successfully type the word bananas in its own lifetime if it just smashed keys randomly.
Right, but what I'm saying is they're talking about chimpanzees, and chimpanzees I think you could teach to fucking type the word banana.
They're talking about just putting them randomly in front of them.
So why is it just chimpanzees? It's if you're doing that, it has to be the entirety of the monkey universe, which is tens of thousands of times more than that. Where the math doesn't check out.
The monkey math doesn't check out.
I don't like the monkey math.
It basically takes that whole idea and throws it up on its head. It can't happen. It just can't.
Yeah, I don't.
These are smarter than monkeys too. Like a monkey is more of like a cat. Like it's dumber. You know what I mean?
But they're applying the dumbness of monkeys to the to just a slice, a small like. the number of monkeys in the world, like one, chimpanzees aren't even monkeys. So this is already, I'm just throwing
apes,
cold water
apes.
on the fact that the person doesn't even know the crux of the theorem. Okay?
Maybe Trump should have you hired for Department of Monkeys so you can keep the apes out. You'll know the difference. It's tails, just to let you know. It's tails.
Yeah.
That's the whole difference. Tails.
Yeah, you know what?
You lift them up, you look at their asses. Tail, no tail.
Tail, no tail.
You could easily be in charge of that department.
No tail. Tail, no tail.
What do you think about this one? It's like a little tiny
like a
tail.
stub or something.
Oh, it's its dick.
Yeah.
Turn it around. Oh, there's no dick on the back. Yeah, that means no tail.
Oh, so a tail is a back dick. Yes. Or the dick is a front tail.
It's a reverse dick.
Neither of those is a thing.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
There's a tail and there's a dick. Oh, I'm too confused. My name's Elon Musk. See what? I brought it back to politics.
All right, well, that's the whole story. Basically, that whole adage is wrong. It could never happen, and we need to all drop it universally.
I still don't believe that because they're taking a slice of quote-unquote monkeys and they're only applying it to probably one of the smallest monkey populations on the earth, which is not even a monkey. But even if you're including all apes, I believe most monkeys are not chimpanzees. So they're saying let's take all these apes. Very specifically, that by the way, you could teach to type the word banana. Now, what if we did the opposite and we took
they're not teaching them, though. That's also the thing.
No, that's what I mean.
Teaching,
that's what I mean. Teaching. So, but if they're not teaching them, why slice it out to just chimpanzees? It sounds like they wanted to prove something wrong to get clicks. And they worked backwards. They say, hey, what if we just take the smallest ape population and we call them monkeys instead of macaques and all these fucking crazy monkeys? We have millions more times those monkeys. So you have to extrapolate that and do the math now. Yeah, okay, cool.
Do I have to?
I'm going to.
Do I have
Cancel
to?
my plans. Yes.
Thanksgiving's right around the corner. So you know what? I can't come over Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, God, if I just have...
I'm extrapolating out the mathematical statistics of whether monkeys can I'm sorry. Apes could actually do this.
No, I'm including apes with the monkeys. This guy took only apes and called them monkeys. He's not even including monkeys. He's literally excluding monkeys from the equation.
They're excluding them because you might as well include cats at that point. A monkey is as smart as a cat.
No, but the whole thing is monkeys. All the monkeys.
But it's because people are dumb and they called them all the same thing.
No, but why are you excluding real monkeys and just calling... I'm saying we can include
racism,
apes.
That's why. Racism.
We can
include good old-fashioned racism.
But most monkeys are not the apes that we're talking about. They specifically targeted this little slice to make their fucking... their hypothesis true. This is bad science. I do not accept it. I believe apes will type Shakespeare tomorrow.
Fair enough.
I mean, sorry, monkeys, not apes. Go on to the next story, buddy. Come on.
Oh, I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Fired up.
I'm letting you go.
You got me fired up. This is bad
go.
Science. This is clickbait.
All right, here's
science.
Better science.
This is clickbait science.
Here's better science. Drunk animals are far more common than previously thought.
I buy it 100%. I am on board. Next story. No, anyway.
Yeah, basically what scientists have
figured... This isn't about Georgie,
it's about naturally occurring ethanol in rotting fruits and stuff.
Okay, but I was trying to think about, did we not have anything about Georgie the monkey or something like that?
I don't know. I haven't gotten to the next story. This one has nothing on Georgie.
Okay, let me look up Georgie while you're doing this because I thought this was about Georgie, and Georgie is a big story right now. But this is more about an influencer getting their monkey drunk, and the monkey getting arrested, and her getting arrested, and then her not getting the monkey back. I am very paraphrasing this story that I do not know if this may have been a fever dream.
Did you fall asleep watching that movie Brothers?
I may have.
With Peter Dinklage and Josh Brolin?
I've not seen it.
There's a scene where an orangutan sits down next to Josh Brolin on a couch, and then it lights a cigarette, and it takes one big drag while making solid eye contact with Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
And then it eats the cigarette, and then it grabs his hand, because he's staring at it going, what the fuck is happening here? Grabs Josh Brolin's hand, puts it on its dick, and makes Josh Brolin jerk it off.
Okay.
I didn't know if you watched that half asleep.
I have not seen any of that. No,
it's like a Fairley Brothers movie. It's not good, but it's also not bad.
No,
actually, if you're an ADR fan, if you like you do sound, you must be a semi fan of how ADR is done.
I mean, I appreciate how it's done. I hate it when it's done poorly, unless it's a 1970s Italian giallo movie.
There is a backhoe excavator chase scene in a golf course with a bunch of golf carts full of preppy guys chasing the excavator with a corpse in the backhoe. Right, the back part. and they're chasing him with golf clubs and what do you call them? Like those flags they put in the holes at like the 8th hole and the 9th hole. They put the little flag in.
Yeah,
they're chasing him with golf clubs and those and trying to like stop Peter Dinklage, Josh Brolin, and I want to say it's the mom from Schitt's Creek. They're trying to stop all of them. So
wait, the mom from Schitt's Creek? You mean like the
I can't think of her name for
also from Beetlejuice, also from Home Alone. Yeah.
So they're chasing him right in this one scene through the golf course. So they're driving an excavator, 4 golf carts, 4 guys in each. So we're talking 16 dudes are trying to stop this excavator.
Catherine O'Hara.
Every single time someone in a golf cart yells at them, it's the same 80-yard voice for all 16 of them.
So that's comical. That's comical.
I can't tell if it was done on purpose for comedy or if it was cheaply made, and it was funny because I caught it.
Either way, it's funny because
they're like
it's sort of like the Wilhelm scream, right?
Literally,
where just suddenly
you're like at one point, you're 3 guys, like at one point, back to back to back. One guy was like, "Stop that excavator! It needs to stop." Same voice. I can't drive any faster. Next voice. Is that a corpse in the bucket?
So they just went to Fiverr and got like one guy, but like say these 3 lines.
And yeah, they don't move their lips. They're not saying it. There's no close-ups on the actors' faces. It's just 80-yard lines while shit's happening. And they keep happening. And I'm like, that's the same dude for 16 people in one scene. And it blew my fucking mind. I almost rewound it, and then I thought to myself, "Nah, you're a better person for getting through this movie faster. You need to get to the end." Oh, also, what's his name's in it? From The Whale and Tomb Raider. Not Tomb Raider, The Mummy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, he's one of the main characters,
Brendan Fraser.
Yes, he's one of the main characters, too.
Yeah, cool.
It's worth a watch if like you're high or something. Yeah. It's not, you're never going to write home about it or talk about it on a podcast.
Take a few minutes anyway. Yeah. I did find my George.
I was giving you time. I was giving you time.
But yeah, no. But like this is your story. You're talking about drunk animals here.
All right, I'll go ahead.
Yeah.
So the idea that drinking alcohol is a human thing has already been completely.
We've talked about animals trying to get drunk from eating like
deer, fermented turkeys. They eat fermented apples and berries.
They fucking wander around. They bump into shit.
So basically, scientists have figured out that the genes for processing ethanol or alcohol in general predate consuming it. They actually had them before, and what ended up becoming a thing is that animals that had the gene and had the gene the strongest would consume the alcohol, but have a tolerance for it, meaning they wouldn't be drunk in a tree, fall out of the tree at night, and get eaten by a leopard.
Okay.
So the animals that had the best survivability were the ones that could have the highest tolerance to alcohol, meaning this gene has been passed through various species, including humans.
So tolerance
to be a prevalent gene, meaning survivability.
So if I have a good tolerance for alcohol, I'm better than most people.
You are more evolved.
Cool. I'm the most evolved that ever evolved. That's great. You know what? I'm going back to drinking real hard.
I need to take a break from drinking. I need to de-evolve a little so I can get a buzz again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that's the idea. Basically, all animals get drunk because all animals consume ethanol at some point in their life because it exists in nature prevalently, especially in the fall, if you live in a part of the world that has seasons.
Okay.
Parts of the world that don't have seasons, it's more like a randomness. It's a random occurrence. Fruit trees in the tropics, for instance, they make fruit, but they don't quite do it on the same cycles as, say, a northeast apple tree. Northeast apple tree, guaranteed. Come August, September, October, rotten apples on the ground.
Get drunk as
fuck. Deer get drunk. I've seen a drunk deer before.
No, remember I think maybe that was what we talked about, like all these animals getting drunk on the podcast one time because they would eat these fermented. No, maybe not only would they eat the fermented stuff, they would seek out fermented things because they would get drunk and they would be like, this feels good, and they would actually go out of their way to try to get drunk, just like we do as human beings. So you know what? We're all part of the same ecosystem, baby.
You want to hear some interesting facts?
I would love to.
100 million years ago was when the first naturally occurring alcohol in fruits and plants existed. 100 million years ago is when alcohol first started just naturally being in the wild.
So really what it was is...
alcohol came before us.
With Adam and Eve was just like, I want to get fucking wasted. And she just took out the fucking rotten apple and she's like, I'm getting fucking lit.
That story might have been more of a don't get drunk off fermented fruits parable. Like a lesson. Don't do that. Because look, you'll... grow pants? What happened in the Bible? When they ate the apple.
But you pretty much got it.
Weren't they naked until they did that? Then they had shamed, and they just grow pants?
Nailed it.
Okay,
100%.
The Bible.
The Bible by Scott Baio. Hey, what time she ate an apple, grew pants next?
Hey, the Bible is technically in the eminent domain.
Public domain.
Public domain?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like eminent domain means like, I believe the government can come and seize it.
Yeah, the Bible's an eminent domain.
Very public domain. Yes.
We need this for the Motel 6 down the road. They're low.
Dude, Popeye's in the public domain. I'm pretty sure we can do
So can I just do like my own cover of the Bible?
Yes, absolutely.
I can just write like my Bible.
Anything you want. Yeah, mybible.com.
My Bible.
mybible.com. Go to mybible.com.
Yeah. Eve kept getting shit-faced wasted off of fermented apples. And,
nobody's gonna be able to...
And Adam was like, stop it, you're a problem drinker.
Yeah.
Or a problem eater. Yeah. And then she's like,
you've got an eating disorder.
I'll find care what you say.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden pants grew on. They both, the first pleated slacks grew on their bodies.
I'll ask my friend this snake who I've been talking to all night. There's no fucking talking snake, bitch. Come on.
Drunk off her ass.
Maybe my friend's a snake and maybe he fucks better than you do because his dick's better than... I don't need your rib. I don't need your rib at all. I'm going to go and just eat apples all day because this is fucking pretty good.
I believe we have some solid scientific basis for this.
Put a snake up my pussy.
Now, naturally fermented fruits.
Yes.
We're talking about fruit in the wild. It gets fermented and you can get drunk off it. It hits a 1 to 2% per volume alcohol rate. Okay. So a 2% apple. That's a 4 proof apple, right? No, is proof half the number or double the percentage?
Proof is double percentage. Yeah. So 80 proof is 40%. Yeah.
Okay. So these are 4 proof apples.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Get that down. Concentrations have been found to be as high as 10.2% or 20.4 proof in overripe palm fruits.
Dude, that's legit. That's liqueur. That's a liqueur.
You could get sloppy drunk off of palm fruits.
That's like Fireball. You know, like actually Fireball is like I guess Fireball is probably more like 30-something%, but yeah.
So, that's pretty much the whole story, that alcohol exists in the wild. It has existed longer than we've been drinking or around, and...
Which makes sense what we would then be...
Survivability
is because you have to eat it, because it's just a poison, really. It's saying you have survived this poison, because that's what we're doing. We're poisoning ourselves. It just feels really good to poison us. Now, I'm not saying everybody out there should drink, because, children listen to this. Hopefully not.
Now, this actually goes back. There was a theory proposed in 2014 known as the drunken monkey hypothesis. Berkeley biologist Professor Robert Dudley posted that humans' taste for alcohol dates back millions of years to when primates discovered that the smell of ethanol led them to ripe, fermenting, nutritious fruit.
Okay, yeah.
While he was unable to provide evidence on whether monkeys and apes actually sought out the fermented fruit to get drunk or digested the alcohol in general... a study of 2022 of black-handed spider monkeys in Panama suggested these primates routinely sought out the fruits of the jobo tree, which were when they were ripe enough to contain alcohol specifically.
Yeah, it was similar. It was similar to what we were talking about in one of our, way long ago shows, where like these animals, when they figure it out, they will go out of their way to find the fermented fruits to get drunk. They will seek out. Just like we will be like, let's go to this store that sells all the fermented stuff that will fuck us up, and let's have that, because that's fun. Oh, and by the way, and speaking of spider monkeys, Georgie Boy is the internet famous spider monkey from influencer Brandy Botello, who's 29, who had her 3-year-old spider monkey with her over the weekend, or this was a couple weeks ago. They were in a single car crash in Dallas, and... The influencer was found to have control of the vehicle, even though she said she was a passenger.
Monkey, take the wheel!
Yeah, exactly. We know that. So she crashed a car, got into had a DUI, and the monkey was found to be malnourished, and they took the monkey to custody. She's fighting to get it back because she says, hey, I love my monkey. And they said, no, you actually have, this is cruelty to the monkey. And they're saying, actually, this was technically just neglect. So you could technically give her the monkey back. So anyway, that's what I was talking about with Georgie Boy. So, and it had to do with, it wasn't the monkey drunk, it was the woman drunk. The monkey was just, malnourished.
Yeah.
Classic.
All right. I have a story here that's a little dated now. It actually came from...
This is the least fall through the cracks story. Everybody has covered this. But
really?
The fucking Colbert and everything.
I haven't heard this once.
This is South Carolina?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so
I have not heard this once anywhere
This is
but
all
our
over
show.
the place. I believe now twice already, 2 times last podcast on the left. So we're a little late to the party on this.
Here first on the Lost and Known podcast.
But by the way, we've got more up to date stuff on it. Where like
this is the 1st time it's been heard by our listeners, right?
So this is something everybody's probably already heard. The general thing about the South Carolina monkeys. We're going to give you some more up to date information, but a little bit of background of the South Carolina monkeys with Alpha Genesis. The lab is fucking insane. It's crazy.
Yeah, 8 monkeys escaped from a research facility in South Carolina.
Sorry, 43.
Yeah, well,
escaped.
35 were recaptured.
Yes,
8
exactly.
were missing after the recapture.
43 escaped, and now 8 are at large, if you want to call them that. They're tiny little monkeys.
Yeah, they're young females weighing 6 or 7 pounds. They're tiny.
They're tiny, adorable. They're macaques.
Yeah, that's actually... That is the whole basis of the original story. Do you want to just go right into the update because they escaped?
Well, yeah. So the whole story is 43 monkeys escaped. Somebody left the fucking thing open. That person still has not returned to work. Big surprise. I went to the website. They're looking for a new animal care manager for some reason. So anyway, So 43 macaques escaped. They were gone for a period of time, about a week or so. Over time, they've been giving us updates. This is South Carolina of how many they've caught. Oh, we caught like 10, but like they're down to just as of this recording, as of yesterday when I last looked, they were down to just 8 monkeys that are still at quote unquote large. They're tiny little adorable things. And honestly,
I am eaten by like the wildlife of South Carolina.
Dude, and to think of like people were like,
aren't there Florida monkeys in South Carolina?
People were baiting. People were baiting. They have like these things with like Fruit Loops and stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, dude, if you bait these monkeys and you get them, don't return them to the facility. This is a torture facility. This is a facility that is fucking torturing monkeys. Yeah, maybe it's for the good of humankind, but you know what? At the end of the day, these motherfuckers escaped. They deserve their goddamn freedom. All 43 should be fucking free, roaming the fucking planet, just having a good old time being monkeys.
Frank, that monkey you find.
Yeah.
Hide it in your attic. Give it a diary.
Yeah, and then
see if in 1,000 years it types Shakespeare.
And then let the Nazis kill it, because Anne Frank did not end on a good note, by the way.
That's your opinion.
That's
your opinion.
That's how we're fucking... her diary kind of ended to be like, well, and now the Nazis got me. Anyway, but, the Anne Frank was not a happy story, but her diary was fucking riveting. Monkeys...
So hot.
The monkeys like...
I'll go on the record first here on the Lost Zone podcast. Anne Frank's diary, hot.
Yeah, well, I'm going to let him just take that one on his own. You can own that one and just have it, buddy.
You wrote a new sequel to Twilight? It's not fanfic of 50 Shades of Grey, is it? No, it's fanfic of Anne Frank's diary. It's Twilight 9, but it's basically Anne Frank's diary. The last vampire hides in an attic. You know the story.
You know the story. Nazis, etc., etc. Sadness.
Nazis equals sun.
Actually, yeah. So the Nazis come in. I get it. So a lot of them were, returned, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. I would say at this point, so there's a bunch of animal rights lawyers, believe it or not, they exist, which I'm fine with that are on the case being like, listen, technically, if you were to purchase a dog and a dog escaped and then somebody caught the dog, you would have absolute right to that dog because that is your property. They're saying because these animals were captured from the wild and not purchased or anything like that, they technically are not the property. They're only temporary property. So the second they escape and then get out in the wild, the monkeys have reclaimed their freedom, and then you have to recapture them.
Yes,
it's up to you.
It's like the take a penny, leave a penny tray.
Exactly.
That's not
take a monkey, leave a monkey.
That's not the convenience store's money.
Yes,
that's been left by random people.
Yes, it's
for
true.
Random people.
Exactly.
This is the take a monkey, leave a monkey.
Yeah, and if you want to take all those monkeys, take a monkey, leave a monkey is also a great,
great name for a show.
We need like all 3 of those / // I don't think there's any like limit these days on titles.
Yeah, it's the same thing as the pennies at a convenience store. Like they're no one's, they're everyone's.
Yes. But as of now,
these monkeys are no one's.
Public
they're
domain,
everyone's.
Eminent domain, public domain monkeys, whatever you want to call them, they are definitely out there.
I got a typewriter and a plane ticket to South Carolina. We're gonna do this.
All right. Oh, we only got 8 monkeys, and I want to prove this motherfucker wrong. And these are real monkeys. These aren't apes, motherfucker. These are rhesus macaques. Anyway, so My hope is these fucking monkeys don't get caught, not because they've been eaten by alligators or whatever, not that they have those in South Carolina. That would be eaten by whatever they've got in South Carolina.
I think South Carolina has Florida monkeys that have migrated north.
They did, yeah.
So maybe they'll get taken in by those monkeys, and then we'll get hybrids.
Oh, maybe we bring these monkeys down to Florida.
Maybe.
And they just hang out with the old folks in the old folks' homes.
Maybe we could have a hybrid population. Like they all interfuck.
I think that's fine, honestly.
Interfuck. How about I just say the word fuck?
I
don't know why I had to throw inter.
I know rhesus macaques are often like assholes, and they're really problematic. But at the same time, we've been torturing this specific type of monkey for about a century. So at the end of the day, if one of them gets their fucking freedom, guess what? Boom! You got it, baby. You got it. This isn't Rikers.
I just realized when I added a word to fuck, which doesn't need another word, and we know what that means. When I added interfuck, it's like Nick Fuentes trying to describe sex.
Oh yeah.
Like
intra.
Yeah,
intra-fuck is a masturbation. Inter-fuck is actually when we fuck each other.
Nothing made me happier, not him being doxxed. That was great too. But when he got interviewed and it came out that he's never been with a girl, never had sex, he's never had a girlfriend.
Not only that, doesn't he like? Wasn't it seen isn't it known that?
Nick Fuentes is the neo-Nazi that got doxxed this week for being the guy who coined the phrase "your choice, my body." Your body, my choice. Yeah. In case anyone out there doesn't know, neo-Nazi Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, and he's also
virgin.
He's a top incel. He's been proud of being an incel forever. Like he's been a top incel for a long time. But the fact that like apparently he's never kissed a girl. He also not only that the house that he lives in, he lets a lot of other people live in for free, sort of like, one of those influencer prisons or whatever, like Tim Pool runs.
Influencer prisons?
Yeah, like one influencer's like, hey, man, I got a posse. I'm like, no, you have a bunch of slaves who will do your bidding because you have a bunch of money, and you let them live here for free, but you wrote, like, all the rules. Apparently... And this is all...
And not one of them's a girl that'll just blow him for rent?
No, this is all... No, of course. Do you think... Fucking no. It's all neo-Nazi incels living with him. People who are his fans are living with him. Now, apparently, he doesn't even want...
The next Secretary of Defense, I think, is his roommate.
He apparently doesn't even want the... He will go around and, like, examine their rooms for, like, jizz and stuff, because he says he is one of those, like, ultimate incels where he will not even allow people... He says, like, even jizzing is against, like, you should hold that up. So you guess what? You will be an angry fucking Nazi if you've never jizzed before, let alone put it in a fucking
This is how Nazis are made.
Yeah.
Also, I really hope their heater breaks and the whole house burns down and they all go down with it. I will be the first to say if he dies.
Well, now he's living with his mommy right now anyway. So
I hope she kills him in his sleep I hope she late term abortions him.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, like
the thing that Trump made up that doesn't happen. I hope his mom does it to him.
I was watching it with a 78th trimester or whatever. Yeah. But like
it was she's on the news like it was a really hard decision, but my body, my choice. Even though he's like clearly out.
There's just pieces of him in a corner, like in a fucking basket somewhere.
Dude, I would donate to her defense fund if she killed him.
No, but like so so after the docs came out, another woman came out and was doxing essentially the mother and the sister, being like
they're harboring him. They're harboring
because they're like no, and it was literally being like, oh, the reason he became this way is apparently I didn't realize he's an identical or like a fraternal or identical twin, and he's got a sister who's the twin. So like. And his mother was like just doting on the twin, the female twin all the time, and he felt like he was left out. He was unruly, and apparently in school he used to shit his pants, so his mommy would have to pick him up, so he would get all the attention from his mommy. It all makes sense. Yes, it all stems from mommy issues.
To get mommy attention.
Mommy issues the entire way. Now, maybe all this stuff was made up by somebody, but this is one of those things where if I'm spreading
make up more. Yeah,
I want to believe it so bad. This is where I will go against every ounce of my being of spreading misinformation and get like this motherfucker, just like JD Vance fucked a couch. Yep. He's fucking a couch right now. I don't give a shit that is misinformation. That is funny misinformation, and you should fucking just go after him. Anyway,
Nick Fuentes gets hard every time he sees a jacked black man walk down the street.
Oh, of course.
And he can't help it. Well, but no one knows because he has a 1-inch dick, and even in sweatpants, you can't tell.
Remember, he also had that thing where
I'm just spreading misinformation on purpose for fun.
But there was that time where, like, at the end of a stream, there was a bunch of gay porn playing, and he's like, "I got hacked," and like, dude, no, the guy's clearly gay, which is fine, by the way, if you just admit it. And so you're not an incel. You just don't have sex with women because you want to have sex with men. Just go have sex with a man. You know, and remember he had that thing where supposedly for like clout, he did like the social media thing where he went on dates with gay men and like pretended to really love them, and then like I think that's where
that was a thing.
I think that's and the thing
more about him than I do. I just know he's a neo-Nazi, and the day his house burns down with him in it, I'm going to cheer.
And my guess is, everything I told you right there doesn't make you think anything different about his house burning down. I think you probably want him to burn to death.
I want him to suffer. I want him to suffer.
He is a piece of shit. And
I want him to trip down the stairs where it's burning upstairs. So like he kind of like doesn't, the smoke goes up so he gets to like not pass out.
Oh,
and then the fire creeps at him slowly and like eats him like Anakin in episode 3.
And for some reason it's really slow, so it's like a toe at a time, and then like the heel, but he can't move, and he's burning and being tortured. You know what? I have empathy, but not for some people. That guy deserves
I want him to die a slow,
painful death. Anyway, you heard it here first. Anyway, there we go.
I'm actually unsure of how much show do we have left. 20 minutes? Is that what the timer says?
Oh, probably.
I can't tell because it's so tiny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what the woman who will never see Nick Fuentes' dick says, because it's so tiny. He's you already proved. You already told us. You know for a fact
he has a 1-inch dick.
He has a 1-inch dick.
That gets hard when he sees jacked black guys.
Not allegedly. We are saying this is a fucking fact.
I don't know why I'm saying black guys. Just because I think it would piss him off to hear that.
He's a white nationalist.
Yeah, I can say jacked guys, but because he's a Nazi.
Yeah,
it makes him even more pissed off to hear that.
Yeah, he wants to like the measure. He's just like, let me put my tiny little 1-inch fucking white fucking incel cock next to your giant black cock, and that's what he does all the time. Where this is not. We are saying this 100%. This is not alleged. We are saying this is a fact. Come at us, Nick fucking Fuentes.
He made a fleshlight out of one of those M&M minis tubes.
I just want to fuck the green one.
And it's still too big. It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, even though it's an M&M minis tube.
Was NoFX said a hot dog in a hallway? Was that NoFX song?
Maybe.
I think, it may have been a NoFX
song. Hot dog down a hallway.
Yeah, hot dog in a hallway. Anyway, so we got a couple more stories here.
The 20 minutes, I just was curious. Our show ends when it ends.
Yeah, it ends. Yeah, at most 20 minutes. But I'm going to go ahead and get to the next monkey story. The next up in monkey business.
The Monkey Whisperer.
Cool.
I whispered it. That's how I whisper. It's very disconcerting for the people I love.
That's a good ASMR.
No, the people I love. It's very creepy. Hey.
I feel like it's like a weird metal song where they're about to whisper right before they scream.
It's whisper metal.
Yeah. That hurts my throat.
Metal does.
That hurts my throat.
Metal hurts your throat in many different ways. Think about it. Think about it for 2 minutes.
Yeah. All right. We got from Parrish, Florida. We're going to a Florida man story here.
This is your story.
That's right. A 61-year-old man from Parrish known as the Monkey Whisperer.
Damn, 61 years old. He's got experience monkey whispering.
And yeah. Probably at least 50 years of monkey whispering. He started whispering at 11, I bet. I'm saying that this is not part of the story.
Like to his toy monkeys. Like,
oh yeah,
get a practice.
One of those little ding 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 monkeys.
The Stephen King monkeys.
Yeah, the Stephen King monkeys. The monkey business. The Skeleton Crew monkeys or whatever. Yeah. Right.
Or Call of Duty zombies monkeys. Same symbol monkey. Those are the two big in my life. Stephen King. Call of Duty Zombies.
Okay, yeah. I don't know the Call of Duty Zombies.
You find a little symbol monkey and you turn it on.
My guess is that was
and you throw it and it does a little thing and then it explodes.
And my guess is it was used for horror because of Stephen King. So it all goes back to
they threw it in the zombie mode because of Stephen King.
Skeleton Crew monkey, yeah. So anyway, the Monkey Whisperer and his brother are behind bars after authorities said that they were illegally trafficking monkeys. Jimmy Hammonds and his 59-year-old, his little baby brother, sibling, Johnny Hammonds. Jimmy and Johnny, you got the fucking least creative parents ever. They're from St. Petersburg, secretly planned to sell wildlife animals and transported and sold marmosets, the Department of Justice said on Friday. Now, again, think about this. Since we talked about apes, I'm going to go back to this motherfucker. Since we talked about apes, we've talked about spider monkeys, rhesus macaques, and marmosets. Those are all monkeys that outnumber all of the chimpanzees in the world. And they didn't use those in that fucking study. That's why the math was wrong. The monkey math doesn't add up. Anyway.
Because even in The Simpsons, it was chimpanzees.
Oh, so they're just going to Simpsons? Oh, come on. I mean, yeah, sure.
Conan O'Brien said it was chimpanzees.
Conan O'Brien was only executive. I mean, he may have written that episode, but I think he was only executive producing at that point. Anyway, the brothers were charged with conspiracy to violate the Lacey Act and Lacey Act trafficking. The DOJ said that it found guilty. They found them guilty on. If they find them guilty on all accounts, the Hammonds could face 10 years in federal prison. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service investigated the case. Assistant U.S. Attorneys Aaron Favorut and Abigail King will prosecute the case. So this is still ongoing. We're going to figure out. We're probably not going to give you any updates on this until next year when we do our next Monkey Business Week. But at the end of the day, when you're considered the monkey whisperer, just keep it at that. Don't go trafficking monkeys. Don't go trafficking monkeys now.
I just asked my AI search app, what's a monkey whisperer? And it doesn't give you like search results like Google does.
Yep.
It just spits out an answer. Its answer, the monkey whisperer, Jimmy Wayne Hammonds.
Yeah.
And that's the first answer. An exotic animal dealer from Florida with legal issues.
To say the least.
There's a celebrity connection. Hammonds was involved in selling a capuchin monkey to singer Chris Brown, which led to legal actions.
Oh, by the way,
Chris Brown bought a monkey from this dude.
But can I also mention, we just named one more type of monkey that wasn't allowed in that fucking crazy,
Capuchins?
Stupid study.
Capuchins?
Yeah, because, dude, most monkeys are not chimpanzees. I'm going back to the thing we started at. I'm so pissed about that fucking story.
So
dude.
he was selling monkeys between 2017 and 2018 also.
Wait, Chris Brown, like the Rihanna Chris Brown?
That's what I thought. Singer Chris Brown.
Yeah, the one that beat the shit out of Rihanna.
Chris Brown, career and controversies. American singer, songwriter,
beat the shit out of
Rihanna. Compared to Michael Jackson, Brown since 2002.
For the wrong reasons. Oh, good singer? No, good child rapist. Like really good. Like, I mean, he's getting up to fucking like Jackson numbers.
Yeah, so there's Hammond sold endangered cotton top tamarins and capuchin monkeys illegally. His federal license to sell exotic animals was revoked by the USDA. PETA played a role in alerting authorities to his illegal activities. I love these AI apps that just kind of throw shit at you. Also he sold a spider monkey to Sway Lee.
Who's Sway Lee?
Sway Lee, the famous Sway Lee. The influential rapper and songwriter.
Okay,
Sway Lee, born Khalif Malik Shaman Brown, is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, known for his work in the hip hop duo Ray Summer.
I gotta guess he
gained fame with Ray Summer's hits with like No Flex Zone and Black Beatles.
I don't know any of those.
His solo work has the chart-topping song Sunflower.
My guess is that
multiple
is a
Grammy nominations, including his work on Beyonce's Formation and song Sunflower.
Okay,
he's a rapper and producer.
Okay, yeah,
multi-Grammy. Sway Lee also bought a monkey off this dude. So this guy, this was the monkey to the rapper train.
I guess, yeah. This is like, that pipeline,
like the worst version of the Underground Railroad ever.
Oh my god! Oh, that's like the opposite.
He's like shipping black monkeys up north to black people through underground.
Which was really sources. The Overground Railroad was just shipping slaves, but they just moved it underground because now we're not allowed to do that. So it's the old inverse, the old
people who used to be slaves who went through the Underground Railroad, whose ancestors are now pop stars, are now using the Underground Railroad to get monkeys brought to them.
Which, I mean, I would like to point out to everybody, we know the Underground Railroad was not physically underground, that it was tactical. We just want to let people know we don't think we're talking about the subway.
Only 43% of it was literal tunnels that spanned the U.S.
Yeah. We're not talking about the subways. We know that...
I made up that number. When I was a kid, I literally thought it was like series.
Of course we did.
I thought it was literally series of tunnels with literal train tracks, and they had those.
It's called that. As kids, it's fine to think that.
Coal mining carts, like from Indiana Jones. I thought they put like the slaves in those carts, and they just like pushed them down the tracks, and then like 5 states later, they got out and they were free.
That would have been way better.
Like, it was a fun ride. Like, it was something you did at Casa Bonita.
Casa Bonita? Yeah, Casa Bonita. Or just like a new fucking like Disney ride or whatever. Like, check out the old.
As a kid, I literally just thought they were like, hurry. And they went into this like little room, and they got these little mine carts, and they're like, whee! And then I don't know how the world works elevation wise, but they were able to just keep going until they hit like Vermont.
Yeah, exactly.
From like
and then
South
popped
Carolina,
out like over the top. Be like, welcome to Freedom Land.
This is Mount Mansfield. It won't enslave you.
Yeah, boy, howdy, I let you live around here. Well, yeah, Rosa Parks is Underground Railroad. You mean Harriet Tubman? We don't know.
Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, they were all there to like pull them out of the carts physically themselves.
Oh, so they just brought Rosa Parks in there, even though she was more in the civil rights movement in the 60s, or 50s, or whatever.
You know, Rosa Parks really wouldn't have that much historical value if someone found out her husband owned a car.
Like she's
just being a bitch.
Yeah,
her husband literally had a car. He can bring her anywhere.
Like in this day, that she'd be like an influencer, like just with the camera on and be like, yeah, one of these motherfuckers is
I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
We didn't ask you to. I'm not moving. Yeah.
No, by the way, historically, she did some wonderful, wonderful stuff, and she deserves to be on like the $10
literally
bill.
The thing that we're talking about is.
But if her husband literally owned a car at that point in time, it would just flex history. Like so many people's heads would implode.
Oh yeah,
they'd be like, "You mean she just wanted attention?"
Yeah. Oh my god! By the way, we don't think this is. We have to go. We're in a totally different ecosystem.
Daily Mail's going to pick this up so hard.
We have to let you know, Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh, we do not mean this. We think you're fucking
Daily
horrible.
Mail tomorrow. Rosa Parks' husband had a car? Question mark? Because as long as you post it as a question, it's news.
Oh my god!
Like it's not defamation or anything.
Yeah. So let's see. What is
he owned an auto dealership, you cunts.
Yeah. So it was in the 50s. I thought it was okay.
She had a pic of any Edsel on the lot.
Yeah. It's like, she's like, you know what? I just want to ride the bus today. He's like, why are you bringing your Polaroid with you?
She was just a Karen.
Yeah. Okay. Karen Parks. Oh my god. Jokes. These are fucking jokes,
all
people.
Jokes. All jokes.
Matt Walsh is a racist.
Comedy
when he asks,
show.
am I a racist? That movie is fucking terrible. He is a racist. Spoiler alert.
Daily Mail, when you look at the transcript.
Dave Rubin's a piece of shit.
You're going to see your name in your lot.
Oh my god, yeah.
But it's not for the right reasons that you would like.
Yeah, this is what we call satire because we live in such a dark time that it's okay for us to pretend. It's pretty comical.
Title of the show, though, right? Yeah. Rosa Parks' husband owned a car. We would get canceled by our jobs, our families.
Rosa Parks equals Karen Zero.
Karen Zero.
Oh, what? You're not gonna let me sit up front? Your fucking white husband is a white husband, by the way. Is like over there with like, honey, beep, 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 like going right along the bus thing. When you get in trouble, just hop in. Look, I got the top down for you because we're rich too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, sorry, Rosa. This is horrible. You deserve better than this. But also, you had nothing to do with the Underground Railroad, which is also my fault because I just was making a funny joke about the fact that I didn't know the difference between Harriet Tubman
when we were kids, we didn't know.
Parks.
You picture things.
Yes. Anyway, good for that. All right, we got one more story, buddy.
Yeah, you brought this one to the table.
Yeah. So. We've actually gone about
throwing you under the Underground Railroad on that one.
through the old racist bus. Yeah, throw me under the racist bus. Yeah, all right. Monkey City in Thailand cracks down on macaque population. Once again, there they are by capturing aggressive animals and putting them in cages. Now, that's not the entire story. Hold on a second. I got a hide read review on this one. So.
Yes.
This Thai town, famous for its macaque population,
Thai town,
rounded up and sterilized hundreds of monkeys that have reportedly been showing aggressive behavior for years. Now we mentioned
chop
before,
their balls off.
We mentioned before, macaque monkeys are generally somewhat aggressive, a little bit assholes. But again, they are the most tested on monkeys in the world. I feel like these are rebellious monkeys. That's fine. Like if you at the end of the day you want to eat somebody's fucking face, eat their fucking face, monkeys. You get to do it. Anyway, authorities in Lop Buri, nearly 150 kilometers east of Bangkok, sterilized 1,600 monkeys to tame their aggression and curtail their population. The animals had reportedly turned aggressive after the pandemic. You know, we all did. The lockdown deprived the city's 3,000 or so macaques of food scraps they would get from tourists usually, and they soon became unruly, swarming buildings, stealing food, and sometimes attacking people. It makes sense. They don't know this isn't just how food happens. They're like, oh, I just walk out and get, like, they think we're aggressively not giving them food.
Yeah.
And they go, let me go get that motherfucking food. They became crazy. Anyway, La Prairie is known as quote unquote Monkey City and draws thousands of tourists every year. The La Prairie Monkey Banquet Festival, celebrated annually on the last Sunday of November, is a big attraction. Not sure so much anymore, but what they're trying to do is retain the allure of having all these monkeys around.
You want to come see the monkeys.
Chop their fucking dicks off. I mean, they don't chop their dicks off, but sterilizing could be a lot of things. I mean, you know, our cats.
They can chop their balls off.
Yeah, or generally you chop their balls off, or you inject them with something. Probably chop their balls off. My guess is they neuter them, right? So they neuter the monkeys, and they go, you know what? It's okay if I don't have a banana every now and again. That's
they got calmer.
Stuff. Yeah. So but just like cats do, you know, like you fucking chop the balls off a cat or a dog, they become a little more chill. So anyway, Monkey City is now. Monkey City again. They got pissed off. Hey, I come to this fucking town every day and I get fucking French fries, and now there's nobody giving me French fries. They're like knocking on windows, like, hey, you used to give me French fries. Like, can't go out, pandemic. And like, I don't know what those words mean. And then it fucking punches through the window and then eats the fucking person's face and goes, now I got my French fries, bitch.
The first time I ever went down to Mexico, the resort we stayed at had monkeys living in the resort.
With symbols?
No, just you would walk on like these little walkways, and in the trees you're rustling. You look up and you just see a monkey like staring at you, and they would jump to another branch and stare at you and stuff. They didn't interact really, but they were there.
Yeah,
they were
there. Screaming like, why are you writing Shakespeare?
No, I saw the tails and I knew they couldn't.
Monkeys are the ones that write Shakespeare.
Nope, chimpanzees.
Not the same.
They had tails. They couldn't write Shakespeare.
Not the same.
Automatically, they couldn't because they had tails.
I'm gonna fucking end this entire podcast
now. We should probably get lost.
I think you all, and you, Scott, especially, with your fucking crazy monkey math and your ape-loving monkey shit.
Here, remember this. Tails can't write tails.
Get lost.
Get lost.
Clickety-clack, they got no time limiters. Shakespeare in the cross, they got it done. They didn't stop there, they were having fun. Infinite monkeys typing away. Got no bananas, but they're here to stay. Stephen King came next to us wild, scaring the world with a horror style. They moved on to Stephen Hawking's brain, exploring the cosmos, not in vain. Black holes and theories spinning tight. They made the universe look so bright. Infinite monkeys typing away. Got no bananas, but they're here to stay. Stephen King came next to us wild, scaring the world with a horror style. From the past to the future, they never stop. Geniuses infer, they're on top. Writing the codes of tomorrow's dreams, typing out destiny's weaving seams. Words they slay, every plot twist they master with ease. Monkeys with typewriters breaking seas. Break off order with a horror style. Infinite monkeys typing away. Got no bananas, but they're here to stay. Stephen King came next to us wild, scaring the world with a horror style. Infinite monkeys typing away. Got no bananas, but they're here to stay. Black holes and theories spinning tight. They made the universe look so bright with a horror style. With a horror style. From the past to the future, they never stop. Geniuses and further on top. Writing the codes of tomorrow's dreams. Typing out destinies, weaving seams. The world is their stage, they create the play. Time travelers with words they slay. Every plot twist they master with ease. monkeys with typewriters breaking seas.